And with that, I guess we get into it, boys and girls. This is going to be our second session of Floods and Dragons with Zdardis as our DM over there. We've got OriginalDiceMom as Jane Applebottom. Jitoria, played by
Blossom.
maybe Kate.
Bottom.
Fucking apple bottom.
But I thought the boots with the fur.
Apple Blossom.
TheFlow love, TheFlow love, TheFlow love.
Apple Blossom.
Apple blossom.
No, it's too hot.
I apologize. This is what I get for taking off the last names. So anyway, Jane Apple Blossom with the lovely OriginalDiceMom. Undead Cupcake as Jitoria. And then Zdardis as Braun Flower Crown. See, I had to look. I looked and I saw Braun, no Flower Crown. We got there though.
You got it.
Is everyone coming in loud and clear for everyone who is watching and observing?
That's actually Braun boots with the fur.
Let's just pat my water out.
Then that makes you Jane Applebottom. That's happening. Our last stream of Floods and Dragons, our very first adventure, a whole bunch of us gathered together at a town amphitheater to watch a concert. It seemed like everyone in the town was there, as were all of our characters. Various awkward social interactions occurred. We all went back to a tavern, narrowly avoided a fight thanks to Jitoria. Our first potential D&D fight was just completely skipped over, which was hysterical. But then everyone who ever fell asleep had to roll, and a couple of us experienced creepy night terror things, getting grabbed, or creepy whispers in unintelligible tongues. After which, of course, my character decided, screw this town, I'm out, and walked off. Braun and Ran did go into an alleyway because they heard a child's voice looking for help, and more creepiness ensued. Mist surrounded, crumbling cities, and creepiness, and more phantom grabs. So the whole party continued out of the city, chasing Ran in his obstinance to get out. He just wanted out of the city. He had no reason to be there. As far as he was concerned, it's creepy. And suddenly we were surrounded by a thick mist and the giggles of creepy children. And so now we're about to deal with that, I guess. More or less?
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, thick mist with 2 C's.
Mm-hmm. Apple bottom jeans.
That's a hamped mist.
Can't already. So we left off with you, some of you attempting to make friends with these shadowy children figures with large teeth, and yeah, they are currently shape-shifting into large, spiny shadow creatures on the path in front of you. Can I have everybody please roll initiative?
Jane rolled a 16.
I got a 17.
13.
Oh no, that was Braun with the 12.
It's
Okay.
me with the pull, yeah.
Outrolled Braun again. Outdrank him, outrolled him. Boom.
Okay, so we are starting with Jitoria. What would you like to do?
If I activate my mage armor, does that count as my turn?
Oh. So on your turn, because a lot of us are new here, you have movement, action, and bonus action. You can see that the actions and bonus actions split up on your character sheet there. Your movement should be at the top, and you also have a free interaction with an object. You know, you can pick something up or something like that. So if you were to cast mage armor, I do believe that is an action, so that would be your main action for your turn.
It is. Level spell.
Then I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you got some bonus AC there. You still have your movement and bonus action.
I think I'm good.
You're just gonna chill there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get dressed. I'm ready.
Okay.
I can prepare.
And okay, sure, no problem. Jane.
So just before we go further, would you mind explaining what mage armor is or does?
It adds, I believe, it changes her AC to 10
It adds
plus her
5.
dex.
Wait, I
Plus
thought it was.
5.
Hold on.
I could be wrong.
Oh, target's armor becomes 13 plus the dexterity modifier.
13
That's what
plus
it is.
dex. So your AC is currently 16, Jet.
Gotcha.
And it's Jane's
And
turn
Jane.
next, yes.
is,
Jane is
yep.
going to also do the same because she's starting to become terrified, and she also has mage armor.
Okay. Bonus action movement.
I'm currently standing out in front of everyone facing these things,
Yup.
so I'm going to use my movement to get around them.
There you go.
Okay. Full movement, 25.
Just to whatever gets me behind
Just right there.
Thrawn,
Okay, sure.
probably.
And as a general rule, the way that I do movement through allies, and it's not necessarily the way that everybody does it, is you can move through an ally as long as you don't end on their space. It's normal movement.
Yeah, she was mostly going to go around, but through is also
Yeah,
good.
that's fine. But it's something that I just thought I'd share in case you guys are ever in a hallway and need to get past people. All right. That's your turn. Ran.
I actually have a question as well related to the combat. How does that work in terms of line of sight? Like if I wanted to shoot something right now, would I be able to shoot the person or would I have to move first?
So depending on how much of them you can see, you can either have half cover, 3/4 cover, or full cover, or an open line of sight. I can use right now.
I can use Dotoria as cover. Dotoria brought our cover.
Technically, they are a creature one size larger than you, so you can get partial cover from trying to hide behind them. Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious. And I can use halfling movement to sneak under their legs. But anyway.
No.
That's totally a thing. It's on my character sheet. I can move below creatures that are larger than me.
Sizes?
No, one size.
Oh,
I think.
Dope. Okay.
Anyway, whatever.
Sure.
Point of the story is I'm actually going to start off by moving up just above Dotoria, but still a little bit behind, so I can have a slightly clearer view. Maybe up to, I don't know, 2 spaces up from where I am, if that works.
Yeah, go ahead.
And, actually just grab and move it, don't I? Something like that.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I don't know how far one of these tiles is, so I'm not sure how that works, but... And then I will... Well, we haven't really started fighting them yet, but I assume we're going to fight them. I'm just wondering if I should start opening fire first. Like, do I hit first here? I'm a little nervous.
It's up to you. What would Rand do in this situation? Would Rand just start shooting away?
Rand's going to have his gun at the ready, and like, I don't know if there's like a ready up your action thing, but
there is.
I would like to do that. I would like to.
So you can hold your action.
Like, prepare.
And what are you waiting for?
For them to attack.
Okay, for one of them to make an attack. Cool.
Yeah.
So that is something you can do in combat. You can ready your action, but since the other two cast it as their action, you guys didn't really have anything to hold. So, Braun.
Yes. I'm going to cast Magic Awareness. As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to.
So it's like a bigger detect magic. Cool. Jane and Jet are glowing because they just casted mage armor on themselves.
Okay.
These creatures themselves also seem to be magical of sorts, but there's not necessarily a school of magic. It is their own being seems to be magical.
Gotcha.
If anything, partially illusion magic, but they've now started to shapeshift out of that form, so that's fading.
Okay.
And you have bonus action and movement.
Yes. So with movement, I'm going to walk up a little bit, get in front of everybody else in the party.
Okay.
What a hero.
No.
I can be a hero, baby.
The MCA.
I don't think it was accurate enough, to be fair.
Your pitch was perfect. You're an angel.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to step in front and then...
I don't know if you have any bonus actions you can use. Let me look.
It would just be rage or hidden step, but I don't want to do either of those. Not yet.
You don't want to rage? Okay.
Not at this moment. I don't think so. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's rage. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say they haven't had a turn yet, and you just stepped in front of everybody.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's great. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well.
I was just gonna let you learn your lesson, but you figured it out.
Yeah, no, let's rage. Yeah,
Broad flower crown, rage.
yeah.
There's now flower petals falling from the sky.
Yes.
Uh,
I'm picturing a Sailor Moon intro.
cool.
It's great.
That's the end of your turn. It is now their turn.
Did you give them last initiative on purpose, or did they just roll real bad?
No, I actually split them into 2 groups, and both groups rolled worse than all of you. So
Awesome.
It's good to have a
it was
DM who
not
rolls bad.
intentional. This first one here is going to swing on you, which also would activate Rand's held action. So Rand, go ahead and make your attack.
Attack roll. So I just click my attack.
To hit right next to your pistola.
Revolver. Click. Boom. 18.
18 to hit, sure does. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's click that. 16.
That was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Cool.
You don't mess with Red Oldbuck. I'm telling you.
All right, cool. First one swinging on you. The dice are really laggy. I'm gonna use my real ones. But that is I believe, a 19 beats your AC, correct?
Me, Braun. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm an armor class of 15.
All right, and that is 8 points of slashing damage, halved because you're raging. So 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay, where do I input? Oh,
Click on your
Damage.
HP and you should be able to add and subtract.
and
The
how
second
much?
one, 4.
4. Okay.
Second one is going to swing on you as well. That is a natural 20, so that is a crit. So double dice.
Ruh-roh. Bro, no!
It's fine. So far, the damage roll is way worse than the last one. That's actually 9 halved, rounded down. So another 4 slashing damage from the second one.
4. All right.
And these two are actually going to shift. You're going to see that same kind of motion and shift back here behind Ran and Jane and swing on you guys.
It's Jane all over again.
Ran does a 21 hit.
I'm 16.
So yeah. That
I'm
is
using a point of
7.
luck on the one that's going to hit me.
Okay, so they'll have disadvantage. The 7 plus 4 to you, Ran. You take 7 points, or no, 11 points of slashing damage from that one's claws.
So I type 11, press damage. Ooh, I don't like it.
As it appears behind you, and before you have a chance to turn around and look at it, it just swipes across.
Ah! Rand yells out in pain.
Jane, oh, I'm rolling good. 19 to hit.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
With disadvantage. Like I
Damn.
said, a 7 to hit.
Lucky baby.
Yeah, I have a feeling that misses, right?
Correct. I'm at 15 right now with mage armor.
So you're kind of expecting it right behind you, and you just, because you're so small and nimble, dodge out of the way real quick.
Heck yeah.
Back to the top. Jet, you are now you and your friends are now surrounded by these creatures. What would you like to do?
Attack.
Okay,
Do I have
cool.
to pick which one?
Yeah, so you probably want to move up to one so you can hit it.
Okay. I'll probably move over this way.
Okay. And then roll to hit with your first dagger.
$14.
Oh, I shouldn't have assumed. I'm assuming you want to use your dagger just to stab things, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Extra stabby.
A 14 just hits, yeah.
Good to know.
So now you roll your damage. Oh, good to know me.
5.
5 to that one. Okay.
I will absolutely good to know you, sir.
She's teaching you DM lessons now. Ooh.
So you still have some movement, but you've made your 1 stab attack, and I believe you have a bonus action stab attack with your other hand, yeah?
Yes.
If you would like to do that.
Do I just roll the damage or do I have to roll the hit too?
You have to roll the hit with that attack.
Okay. 15.
That will hit as well. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
Okie dokie. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Jane.
All right, I'm going to use my other portent that I still had from the last one, which was a 13. For my attack, I'm going to be casting Ray of Sickness on the one in front of me, but I will roll my 20, but it'll be 20 plus, it'll be whatever I roll plus my 13 portent.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13, so that's going to be 26 to hit, which is overkill, I know.
Remind me, is it important you just take the rolls from the beginning of the day and add your modifiers? No? You can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature you can see. Yeah, so you would take the 13.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. So it would be 13 plus 6, so it's still...
Yeah, still above their AC. For sure hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And I'm just casting this at a first level.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Okie dokie. Now is that the one in front of you?
Correct.
And anything else for your turn?
No, I'm good.
Ran, old buck.
Now, I never paid attention to which one I shot of the first time because I'm a good gunslinger. But I will.
You shot the one that is in front of Braun.
Braun, that's what I figured, yeah. Well, nonetheless, with the new one appearing, Ran is scared and jumping and quickly turns his pistol and shoots again, but at the one closest to me.
Okay. Because it is a ranged attack and he is standing right in front of you, it's with disadvantage. So roll 2 d20s.
Can I move first, maybe?
So here's the thing. You can.
Sure.
But because you are within melee range of him, if you move out of melee range, he's going to take a swipe at you.
But is it...
It's called an opportunity attack.
Ooh, that's like an extra bonus attack that he gets.
Yeah, and so the way you avoid opportunity attacks is by using your action to disengage, but if you use your action to disengage, you wouldn't be able to shoot him. So it's up to you what you want to do.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm going to short sword him instead.
Okay. Why don't you take a stab at it?
Yes, sir.
Get it? Get it?
Oh, I don't roll as well with the sword. I roll a 10.
10. So you kind of fumble, you quickly put that revolver away and pull out your short sword, and you just
I'm panicking. Red's panicking.
Anything else? Got any bonus actions or anything?
I don't think I have a bonus really that's useful.
I think you just have the second wind, right?
Yeah. Yeah, which actually I could do just to get more HP, but no, I'll wait for that. I'll chill.
Okay, cool. Braun Flower Crown.
Yes, sir. I am going to reach over my shoulder, pull out my great axe, and slash down at the enemies in front of me.
All right, which one are you aiming for first?
Which one was shot at by Ran?
Actually, I think at level 4 you only have one attack.
I'm guessing it was the top one.
It was the top one, the one towards the north side there.
Then that's the one I will slash at first.
Go for it. And you are raging, I believe. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're raging. So you do have the option to make reckless attacks, which means you roll with advantage, but they also have advantage on you.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I just rolled a 17 plus 7 for 24.
Yeah, That'll hit. Yeah. Go on. Roll damage.
Oh. So 5 plus 5 is 10. Do I get any bonus to rage? I think
It adds, yeah, because you are raging. I believe you get half of your level rounded up. Or is it your proficiency? Hold, please. I play a barbarian. I should know how this works off the top of my head. All I know is that I add +2. I don't know how anything else works.
Advantage on
You
strength
might
saving throws
not
plus
have
damage
that.
with strength weapons.
You might not have that feature yet. Oh, here it is. Yeah, when you strength +2 with melee. Yeah, so add 2 more, so 12. Which is more than enough. As you slash through it, it just kind of disappears off into the mist. Not like walks away from you, but like vanishes almost.
Perfect.
Anything else?
I don't know if I get bonus actions.
You have rage as a bonus action, which you already
Which I'm
are.
already doing, so I can't do that.
And your invisibility thing.
Yeah, which I don't think I can do while raged.
You cannot cast spells while you're raging, but that is a feature, not a spell, so you could technically.
Okay, good to know. I'm not going to do it, but good to know. I believe I'm still engaging the other creature.
You're still there with them. Yep.
Yeah, okay, I'll just stay there then, keeping it busy.
Okie dokie. Their turn. They're all going to take one swipe on the people. Well, maybe not the one at the bottom there, but we'll swing on Braun first. That is a natural 20.
Right.
A lot of natural 20s now that you're not using the D&D Beyond that we can all see. Suspicious.
I just rolled 44 and rolled ones on all of them. So, that's 6 slashing damage halved because you're raging, so 3 points of damage to you.
Ooh, rage is handy.
Ran. Does a 15 hit?
No, sir. 16 armor class.
Just dodge out of the way. Still shaking in your little cowboy boots.
Ran nervously shifted to the side and managed to narrowly avoid attack.
Between the two of you, it's kind of mad at the one that stabbed it, so it's going to swing at you, Jet.
Bite me.
And it will. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Do you have shield?
I do. I think. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I know we both took mage armor. I thought we also both took shield.
You do have shield if you would like to use it.
You can use it as
currently
a
your
reaction.
AC. Yeah, currently your
I can
AC is
pass it now.
16. So yeah, it's a reaction. So if something is going to hit you, you can use shield to block it as long as it's below whatever 5 plus your current AC is. Which would be 21 AC for you. Holy crap.
You said a lot of things. I took it.
If you would
away.
like to use shield right now, that attack will not hit you.
Okay, yes. I would like to.
Okay. So misses. Make sure you're marking off your spell slots too. Back to the top, Jet. It's your turn. This one just took a swipe at you and you just blocked it.
I'm going to stab it again.
Do it. Stab it. 2 times.
Wait, the hit was a 6 though, so that doesn't hit, right?
You did not stab it the first time. No.
Okay. 9.
Oh no.
Oh.
So it swipes at you and you kind of magically block it out of the way, and then you go to take your 2 stabs and it just kind of misses a little bit. And don't quite hit it. Jane Appleblossom.
I think I would like to cast Magic Missile at the 3 remaining dudes that are around here at first level.
So you're gonna pop one off at each.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
First one gets 5. I'll say the first one was targeting the one in front of Jet and I.
Okay.
Second one will be the one over at Rand. All right, so the one at Rand is a 4, and then the last one at Braun will be a 3.
All right. The one that's in front of you and Jet is starting to look pretty rough. You know, it's having a hard time keeping this kind of shadowy form that it has. The other two, they look fine.
Okay.
And if that's it, Ranald Buck.
Ranald Buck says, screw it, puts away his sword, goes back to his revolver, and says, screw the disadvantage. Points at the misty thing in front of him and pulls the damn trigger.
Do it. So 2d20s take the lower.
All right, so do it. So on
You can just click it.
just click it twice is the idea. Yeah. All right, so hit 1.
Okay, Zdardis, really quick question. Since we're both halflings and we have halfling luck, if we roll a 1 on disadvantage, do we still re-roll that one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My second roll sucked. I rolled a 23 and a 12. So I got to keep the 12, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine.
You should calm your nerves, buddy.
Rand's hand still shaking from the initial attack. And then the bleeding hurtfulness shoots wide, misses the shot.
I love the illustration. Take an what's it called? Inspiration.
I don't know what that means.
At the top, there's a little inspiration button you can click. It lights up.
Yep.
You can use that to reroll any d20. This is the way I use them.
So like right now?
No, because I just gave it to you.
Sweet.
And if that's it for your turn, Braun Flower Crown.
So, I think we might have missed something. I was reading over while I had a second to review my character, and my Wild Surge Wild Magic.
Oh yeah,
that's
you're
right.
a Wild Magic Barbarian. You got to roll on that table when you rage.
Yeah, I did not do that.
Roll on that table.
All right, I will roll in that table right now. I rolled
You
in
can get
on
some
one.
pretty
that.
good buffs if you roll right.
Don't roll wrong.
So a 1. Shadowy tendrils lash around you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage. I also gain 1d12 temporary hit points.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
pretty neat.
So go ahead and roll a d12, and they have a con save. You said, right?
Yeah.
All right. The first one is a 16, then a 13, and then a 3. Yikes! What is your DC on that?
I rolled an 8.
What's the DC for the? It should say con save DC blah blah blah.
Oh, con save or take 1d12 necrotic damage.
But it should have a save in there. Hold on. The DC is 13. Okay. So one of them fails and takes 8 damage, you said?
No, I rolled the 8 is what I gain in temporary hit points. They roll 1d12 for necrotic.
Right. That's your damage, so you roll it for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
7.
First combat 7. Okay. Dope. And now we can proceed with your turn.
Okay, so I add that 8 that I rolled for health.
Yeah, you should have a temp hit points box right
I
next
do.
to your current.
8. That is correct. All right. So now I will take my great axe and slash at the other one in front of me.
Go for it.
It's a 17 plus 2, which is a 19.
Sure does. Well, that's your to hit. The +2 is added to the damage.
Oh, right. Plus 2 is to the damage.
Yep,
So
you're
17
good.
damage.
It still
and-
hits.
Yeah.
So
11.
Okie dokie, that one in front of you is looking pretty rough. Jet and Jane, that one in front of you is not looking good.
I'm going to try and stab it again.
It is their turn, but you can do that immediately
Oh.
after their turn.
Let me at him.
You are ready. You are ready to stab them.
The super calm. Let me at him.
Braun, I'm going to take it an 8, does not hit.
No, it does not.
Ran, I'm going to take it a dirty 20, which is a 16 plus 4, does indeed hit.
What? But I'm Ran Oldbuck.
Never dies.
Never dies.
Look, never dies.
6 plus 4, that is 10 slashing damage to you.
Ow!
How are you looking, Ran?
Ran, once again slashed by the misty child, jumps back, cries out in pain. Not doing so good. I'm not doing so good.
And this one in front of you guys here. Going to swing on Jet again. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
No.
Wait. My armor class, right? It's a 14.
Uh-huh. But you have mage armor, so it's 13 plus your dex. Which, if I recall, should be 16, yeah? Your mage armor lasts 8 hours, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it misses.
Okay.
Now you can stab him!
Yay.
Do it, do it, do it.
Finally.
I've been waiting for this moment! Oh my god.
Okay. I rolled a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then 4 damage?
Is just enough to make him into the mist.
Nice.
Now, you still have movement and your bonus action, so you can run up to one of the other ones and stab it too, since you're on a bit of a rampage here.
Go help Braun. I'm fine.
Okay. I am gonna do that.
Ran never dies!
Ran never dies.
And likes to fight solo.
Go ahead and make your second attack.
He didn't truly proclaim our friendship.
Drinking buddies.
Oh, you're just drinking buddies.
Wow.
I got a 10 to hit.
You kind of run up and stab, and it just kind of goes right between the arm and the ribs there. You didn't quite hit the body.
It's a threat.
Jane.
Jane is going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip at the one over in front of Ran. It needs to make an intelligence saving throw of 14 or better.
Can you read that one for me? I'm not familiar with that spell.
Yeah, range is 90 feet. You physically lash out at one creature you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage, and it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action, and only gets one of the 3. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and suffers none of the spell's other effects.
That's gotta be second level, right?
Yeah, it's a second level spell. It's my last second level spell slot.
Save is a 10.
Cool. I'll roll the
Just the 10.
3d6. The 3d6
Yeah.
damage.
Is this? You said this was the one by Ran?
Correct.
The one by
I
Ran.
only got a 5 on that, but it does have to choose on its next turn whether it takes a move action,
Yeah, it
bonus
gets one
action, or a
thing.
standard.
Like the slow spell. Okay, cool. The dope spell. Anything else? You have movement left and bonus if you have any.
I'm in a pretty comfortable spot right now, so I'm gonna stay exactly where I am.
All right. Ran dead buck, old buck.
How dare you? Rand, not sure what just happened to the wispy man in front of him, the whiskey child in front of him, is going to actually do the jump back thing where I move away a little bit. Now, Rand's understanding of Jane's previous spell is that this guy can't react anymore.
Yeah, correct. He has no reaction.
So
you don't even have to use your action to disengage. You can just run away.
That was my thought process. So I'm gonna. Yep. I don't know how far away I can run, but I'm gonna go like
25,
over.
Which is 5 hexes.
2, 3, 4.
So you got short little legs.
5. But nimble and well sculpted. Thank you. All right.
I don't know about. Okay.
Rand's got nice little hams. Leave him alone.
You're pushing it now.
Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think I moved one too many. So there.
Are you trying to say that Ran is hamped?
As things go.
Ran would be hamped. Okay, so not only can it not take a reaction, so it does not take the opportunity attack, on its next turn, it still has to choose. Yep. So.
Yeah. And now that Ran has moved, Ran would like to shoot that son of a gun once again. So Ran will bust out the revolver after strategically repositioning, pointing down the barrel.
Right.
And rolling 21.
Yeah. There they are. There's the Ran rolls. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh, it wasn't good. 11. Wow, that's still pretty good, actually. Yeah, bullets hurt.
Solid. Anything else for your turn?
That's good for me.
Good for me too. Brawn Flower Crown.
I think I'm just gonna slash at the one in front of me with my great axe.
Heck yeah, you are.
Ooh, that's only a 10.
You swing and you notice a jet just off your shoulder there on the left side, and you kind of hold your swing back because you're afraid you're gonna swing through and hit her.
Yep.
It's not hit.
No, it does not.
Anything else?
No. Nothing else from me.
Okie dokie. Hold on, Jet. Not your turn to stab yet.
She's just sitting there holding her knife.
Hold me back, Braun.
It is gonna swing on you, Jet, since you were the last one to hit it with a 19.
Wait, I'm sorry. Repeat, please.
19 to hit. It's gonna swing on you.
Okay.
So yeah.
What do I do?
You have what, 3 spell slots? So it's up to you. You can use another shield if you want to, but that's your last spell slot. Or you can let it hit you.
I'll let it hit me.
Okie dokie. That is 10 points of slashing damage as its shadowy claws rip through your shoulder. And the other one is just back there feeling bad about himself.
As he should.
That's what happens when Jane scolds you. Rand's been there. I feel for the misty creature.
Well, he does have... Okay. Movement action or bonus action. Great. So you're gonna see him just kind of and shift and kind of disappear.
Ooh.
And Jet.
Let the stabbing commence.
Yeah. We're gonna
stab. Stab.
That's a 23 to hit.
Uh-huh.
And a 7 damage.
Uh-huh.
And then a 16 to hit.
Yep.
With a 6 damage.
Yeah, and you take those 2 stabs, the first one landing in its form, and the second one as you do, there's almost shadowy tendrils that seem to wrap around your dagger, and for a moment, it pulls it towards itself before disappearing.
Did it try to take my knife? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Maybe.
How rude.
It wasn't its hand. It was these shadowy tendrils, like you stabbed into the body, and these dark kind of lines wrapped around the dagger for a moment and pulled you just a hair before its whole form disappeared into the mist. From what you guys can tell, all is quiet. You stand there and wait. You hear nothing.
Rand's still suspiciously looking around into the trees.
Make a perception check.
Oh.
Yeah, Jane's looking around too.
Perception. Why am I blind again? Where's perception?
In the big column in the middle.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
19 for my perception check.
19? Okay.
15.
I got a 19 as well.
I got a 19.
Yeah, I mean, I figure we're all looking, so it's fine. You guys can all roll.
Oh no, I got a 19, sorry.
It's all right. They're all pretty high. It is very foggy and misty, so it is a bit difficult to see. But from what you can tell, that fourth one that was there doesn't seem to be around.
Interesting.
Oh, the one that dipped away.
Uh-huh.
What was that? Ran exclaimed.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. All I knew was that it was some sort of illusionary magic, and I couldn't tell where it was coming from. I couldn't pinpoint the location.
Ran, not admitting anything, starts huddling closer to the group.
Ron just holds his axe there in front of him. Plants the butt on the ground, looking around, making sure everyone's there. Still keeping an eye out for that fog creature that he can't see.
Are we still surrounded in mist?
It is still very foggy, yeah.
Okay.
Did not disappear with them.
Hmm.
What you guys want to do?
How do you heal in D&D?
With either a healing potion or somebody that has healing spells, or by taking a short or long rest.
Do I have potions?
I believe I told everybody they could have 2 since you guys didn't have like a cleric or anything.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Good.
I remember you saying that, but I never did anything to add to them or whatever.
Yeah, so in your inventory you can add 2 potions of healing. And they heal 2d4 plus 2.
Is it my pouch? Or my backpack? Wait here.
It doesn't, whichever one you want to put them in.
Well, do I have to actually click the thing to use it or whatever? Is that how that works?
If you're adding it to your inventory in D&D Beyond, so you go and search Potion of Healing, click it, and it'll just ask which bag you want to put it in. And then once it's in the bag, you can...
Got it.
If you're going to use one right now, just add one and then roll for the other one. But yeah.
Potion of Healing. Okay, yeah, so I'll minus my Potion of Healing that I just added for no reason. And then how do I use it? I'll use one.
It's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
I don't remember if there's like a clickable one for that.
I got a couple.
Then bottom left.
I got a couple thanks to Jane Applebottom over there. Applebottom. Boots with the fur.
Oh my god.
They're both 3. So 6 plus sweat? I forget.
2.
So I get 8 health back?
Yes, sir.
8 heal. Okay. So, Ran quickly chugs back a potion, still looking around into the fog, curious, nervous.
Still bleeding.
Well, it's a scratch. Just a scratch.
Tis a scratch.
So we go back to the town. What do we do?
Thought you didn't want to go to the town.
Well, clearly this is everywhere.
I mean, we can keep going. We can keep going forward. It might not be everywhere.
To a new town.
All right. Can we even tell which way is forward, like from how much fog there is?
I mean, you know where you came from.
Okay, well, let's keep walking in that direction, I guess. See if we can get out of this fog.
So pushing through, not going back towards the city, but pushing forward. Can I just kind of have your marching order here of the order that everybody's in as you're walking down this path through the fog?
I'm gonna take the opportunity to light my cloak
Yes,
again,
I like this.
using light. So I'll lead the way.
Okay. You guys can go ahead and line yourselves up. You can be next to each other too, but just kind of in the order that you're walking through your marching order, in case something were to jump from the bushes and attack you.
But that could never happen.
No, not
It
indeed.
literally just
Never.
happened. It quite literally happened just before. Are you okay? Are you experiencing memory loss?
Rand's gonna tuck up next to Jane and kind of mumble, "Thanks for the help back there."
Yeah, not a problem. You seemed like you needed to gain some distance, and that was the best way I could do it.
I mean, I had it all under control, but I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I appreciate
of course. Yeah. I know better than to argue with a guy with a gun.
Braun walks up behind Cat and says, "Nice knives."
Thank you. I summoned them myself.
They're very pointy.
Speaking of which, one of them tried to grab it from my hand.
Oh.
Like
How did they grab it?
one of the times I got stabby, there were tentacles that tried to pull it into it.
Like it wanted to get stabbed?
Like it was trying to steal it from me.
That is very curious.
Very strange.
Anyways,
Do you know,
friendship.
would Jane have
Drinking buddies.
known about? Would Jane have known about something of that nature? Because she's seen a lot of what these things can do now, and
Roll a history check for me.
history or arcana.
History, because it has to do with the children in the mist.
Well, I did not do well, so
What'd you roll? I don't have the roll.
9.
It's weird.
What?
It is weird.
Shocking!
You're right.
It's
Very
real
strange.
weird.
Jane bringing the fullness of her intellect to the table. Letting us all know what happened was weird.
Was weird. Real suspicious. I don't know.
All right, we just keep fumbling along through the forest, I suppose.
Yep, and hours and hours pass. Fog doesn't seem to be clearing. Jane and Jet, can you guys just make a survival check for me.
I'm going to use one of my luck points for this because I have +0 to survival.
Okay, sure.
I rolled an 18.
Okay.
I rolled a 14.
Something about this area seems familiar. Almost like you've been here already.
Hey, Jet.
Yes.
Does this tree look familiar to you?
It does.
Yes, this is definitely a tree.
I mean, I think we might be going in circles. I'm gonna try something.
I may have seen this tree before.
I'm gonna go over to the tree. I'm specifically gonna go over to like that one kind of like that biggest tree,
Okay.
and I'm going to. I think I have a small knife in my equipment. I'm going to just like carve a symbol into it, like a star.
Sure. The tree is teak, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, thank you. I do like
In case
knowing
you're wondering.
the specific types of woods.
It's a very useful book.
All right, so I marked this tree. We'll know if we're going in circles if we walk by it again, I guess.
Ran once
But I
again
have
begrudgingly mumbling. That's a pretty good idea.
I have a bad feeling about this, though.
Ron shrugs and looks at the party. I could always ask the trees.
He Russian now?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, like he asked the trees earlier if there was stuff there, and nothing happened.
No, that was Jane asking. What do you mean you can ask the trees?
I've lived in the woods long enough. I could ask the trees if we have been here.
I'm Dolorex. I speak for the trees.
I do speak for trees, or attempt to.
I'm gonna pat Braun on the side. Sure you can, buddy. Sure you can. Thinking you're crazy.
That's
Looking
not a
at the
bad
other
idea
two.
either. We could try that.
Sure, let's cast Speech of Beast and Leaf again.
Okay. What
Or
are
attempt
you?
to try?
Yeah. What are you saying or wanting? Well, I guess what are you saying is the biggest part of it.
Yeah. I'm going to ask the trees if we have been here before.
Roll. I guess persuasion or performance if either one is different for you. You take the higher.
Not. Okay. That's going to be a 10.
It's a tree.
All right.
What'd the tree say there, bud? Patting Braun again.
Poor Braun.
Tree's asleep.
Okay. Sure they are. Sure they are.
That seems reasonable to me.
I guess we continue on walking.
Yeah,
So you
let's
you
go.
continue walking. Starting to get a little bit dark. It's almost kind of heading towards those twilight hours.
As anytime that, because light only lasts for an hour, anytime that light goes out on my cloak, I recast it.
Yeah,
It's
it's a cantrip, so
It's
yeah.
a cantrip. I just use it.
But after a while, about an hour and a half, you circle back around to a similar looking tree.
I look for the star.
The star that you placed on the tree is burning in embers.
Hey guys. This seems bad.
What the hell is
And I'll
going
I'll
on?
point at the star.
Who set tree on fire?
Just the star was burning, right?
Yeah, almost like it looks as if you took like a metal brand and were like to put it into a tree, like it's scorched and there's just like faint embers burning in the etching you made.
You used the regular knife to carve that tree, right?
Yeah, I don't have like daggers or anything like Jatoria does. I have, I've just got like a regular,
And how did we end up back here? We've been walking for an hour. There's no way we went in a circle.
I mean, we had to have gone in a circle. There's no other explanation.
We never turned.
I don't know. Maybe it was such a gradual turn. I don't know.
Bah.
I love that that was all that Ran had to add to that.
Bah!
Ran is internally deeply annoyed when Jane can't solve the solution because he begrudgingly admits that she knows a lot of things.
Ron is going to look around and see if he can see anything else with the trees, like walking up to them and examining them. Because, due to his time in the forest being, like the hermit he knows some things about living out in the woods. So he's going to see if he can see anything.
Going around looking at the trees, make an investigation check for me.
Oh boy, that's a 2.
Ron has never seen a tree in his life.
No, he definitely has. Everything seems normal.
All right.
Except for, the one that is burning from the inside out.
Yeah.
What if we go back instead of forward?
We can certainly try.
Sounds okay to me.
Yeah, so Jane's gonna turn around and start walking back from the direction that they just came from.
Ran shrugs his shoulders and follows.
Ron does the same.
Now I'm on this side of you.
Oh.
Because we're going this way.
Very good.
I'm so good at D&D.
So, you guys head back the other way. And it's starting to get dark. Very dark. Except for this brightly glowing cloak in front of you. The mist hangs in the air. You're beginning to feel tired.
I guess we should set up camp.
I guess so.
Who's gonna take watch? I mean, we should probably, someone should take first watch. Maybe we take watch in pairs.
There will be 3 watches for 4 people.
Ooh.
I'll stay up. I'll stay up for a bit. I'll stay up a bit longer, even though I was up all night last night.
Here, I'll take the first watch since I was able to get some sleep.
All right. Fine.
Set up,
You'll be all right alone?
set up your camp.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll take a book out. It'll be great.
Well, plus you
Wait,
have all
guys,
the light.
You see anything?
All right, so we
Yeah,
set up a
of
little fire and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Set up a fire, a little tent. All that action.
And you go to bed.
Good night.
For the 3 of you going to sleep, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Knew this was coming.
Of course you did. Jane. Perception check.
Okay.
I got a 1.
I rolled
I'm
the wrong.
using. No, I'm not gonna use lucky.
You said a 1, Cuppy?
Yes.
Oh no.
Zdardis was grinning way too hard right now.
I know. I don't like it.
My perception check was a 5, by the way.
Too busy reading your book.
She
My-
didn't actually bring a book out. She was just trying to be nonchalant about it.
Yeah. Ron?
I rolled a 9.
Uh-huh. Flood?
14.
Oh, okay. So, starting with the highest. Ran. Sleep comes to you. Slightly restless, but you manage to actually fall asleep.
Oh, sorry.
Ron. You hear whispers. Almost passing over you as you sleep. It continues in your sleep, though you do not wake.
All right.
Jane,
Mm-hmm.
you don't notice anything.
Yeah, I know. I rolled like a 5 on my perception.
Until
Oh no. Okay.
until Jet sits straight up from where she's laying.
I just kind of I
Eyes
get startled
wide
and
open. Pitch black.
Jatoria, are you okay?
She doesn't answer, but her head turns to you. Stares for a moment before she falls back limp in her sleeping bag.
Oh, that's not good. That doesn't seem good. I'm gonna gently nudge her.
And you wake up, Jet.
Do I remember anything?
No.
Is it my turn to keep watch?
How much time has passed? Probably not a lot, right?
Maybe 20, 30 minutes tops. Since your watch
No,
started?
it's not your turn to keep watch. I just saw you sit straight up and look at me with like purely black eyes. It was I just wanted to make sure you were you and that you were okay.
I mean, I feel really tired. Are you sure it just wasn't dark? Like too dark to actually see?
Oh, I'm sure. And I like point at my cloak, still kind of. Well, I probably don't have my cloak lit up at this point. I probably have like
You guys have
just
a
something
fire, though.
smaller.
Like,
Yeah, we have a fire. And I'm like, I can see you just fine. And her eyes look fine right now.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, your eyes look normal to me right now, so it couldn't have been that.
I don't remember anything from my dream. I feel like I had just fallen asleep.
Okay, well, I guess try and get some more sleep, and I'll let you know when it's your turn for watch or whoever's next.
Okay, I'm gonna just lay back down.
Rand murmurs something about hitting 21.
And your watch comes to an end, Jane. Quiet for the rest of the time you're awake. Who's taking next watch?
I think that's Jane's decision. She's the only one awake.
You guys probably would have talked about it beforehand.
Ah. Happy to.
Okay, I will wake up Rand next.
Okay. Jane, as you fall, make a wisdom saving throw. Braun, make a
I'm gonna
wisdom
use
saving
lucky
throw
on
since
this.
Okay. Braun, since you're still asleep, go ahead and make one. And Jet, I need you to make one with disadvantage. And then
Yes.
Rand, make a perception check for me.
I have a question about that.
I got a
Mhm.
16, by the way.
Under
How do
my
I roll something? Oh, sorry. Good.
no. So under my senses, I have passive wisdom perception 20. What does that mean? Does that relate to this?
That's if you're not directly looking for something. You're on watch, so you're keeping an active lookout. Passive perception would be if you were to like walk into a room and notice something out of the corner of your eye immediately.
Got it. Okay.
Like it's not the active searching like you would be doing on a watch.
Got it. Okay. My perception check was a 10.
I rolled a 17 for my wisdom saving.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Jet?
What do you mean by roll it with disadvantage?
You roll 2 d20s and take the lower number, so you can click
Oh.
it twice and take the lower one.
Okay. 14?
And that's a good point. A 14? Okay. Passive is often the DC for other people trying to sneak up on you. Yes. So if somebody's trying to sneak up on you, with their stealth would need to be higher than your passive.
Got
That's
it.
a good point. Okay.
So
You all sleep well through this watch. Rain, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You are kind of just this like hair on the back of your neck standing up, feeling like you're being watched, but you don't see anything.
Rand keeps trying to doodle in the dirt with a stick, but keeps feeling chills looking around in the darkness. And eventually wakes up. The next person for watch.
Or the next two, if they both want to take it.
Is this considered a short rest or a long rest? Sorry.
It'll be long once the evening is over.
Okay. I don't mind.
It don't matter.
I wake up Jet and Braun.
Okay.
Just shaking them up. Your turn, big ones. And I go back to my bed.
I sit up and chuckle. You sleep, little man. You sleep.
I'm already passed out. Didn't even hear it.
I'll go ahead and you guys that are asleep, so Rand and Jane, go ahead and roll another wisdom save. The two that are up will roll perception. But as a side note, taking watches together is often a really good time to talk without the other characters being able to hear you if you have feelings or anything you need to talk about. Just as a side note.
I'd like to use luck real quick, because I just rolled a 1.
You passively get that. You don't have to ask for it.
Okay, so...
That's your halfling luck. You automatically reroll the ones.
Yeah!
I got a 6.
21.
Jesus.
Halfling luck, baby! Rattle buck never dies.
Okay, cool. And then the other two, your passive, or not your passive, your perception checks, please.
I got a 6.
I got an 8.
Okay. If there's any conversation you guys want to have before I go into what happens next.
Rand snores.
Do you have any snacks?
I reach into my bag and I pull out a pouch of, dried seeds and some forest nuts. Pass those over.
I think I'll pass on this, but thank you.
She was looking for that Lunchable snack pack.
No cheese and quackers here. But, I just shrug and take a handful of nuts and throw them back in my bag.
Yeah, you do. What?
All right. Well, I unsheath my axe and I start polishing my axe shaft. Preparing it for the next day.
You did this, Zdardis. You've awoken the flower crown.
Oh my. So anyways, fade to black. And even with those perception rolls, you do notice one thing.
Okay.
What's that?
You notice Jane roll over, stand up, and start walking.
I look over at Jet and then back at Jane. You see her, she's leaving, right?
Yeah, she's definitely leaving. I'm gonna get up and head after her.
And I'll
Okay, you're-
sit there watching over Ran.
Okay. And you're pretty fast, Jet, so you do catch up. She's not walking fast. She's walking at a pretty slow pace.
I'm gonna like put my hand on her shoulder and try and get her to stop.
You're touching her shoulder?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Forbidden.
The shoulder touches. Right. So as soon as you place that hand on her shoulder, she kind of snaps quickly to look back at you, eyes wide, pitch black. And then she falls to the ground.
I'm gonna catch her before she falls
Sure.
and start talking to her, even though she seems like she's passed out.
Jane, you kind of flicker your eyes open, a little bit hazy, and look up to see yourself in Jet's arms.
Hi, Chet. Why did you pick me up?
Again?
Actually, I caught you. You started to leave?
What do you mean I started to leave?
You just slowly got up and started walking away. And when I tried to stop you, you turned around and your eyes were just black.
Oh, that sounds like what happened when I saw you get up.
Something weird is definitely going on.
I mean, yeah, Jatoria, we're in the middle of a very confusing, haunted place, probably. And yeah, if this isn't weird, I don't really know what is. Is it morning, though?
Almost. Through the fog, the sky's starting to light up a little bit, like that pre-dawn bit of sun that lights up the sky.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get a little bit more sleep, please.
Okay, let's head back then.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, you head back, go back to sleep. And about an hour passes before the sun is fully coming up.
Ran mumbling about drinking buddies.
You all awake in the misty woods for the next day. What
Ran
would you like to do?
Ran goes and pees on a tree and then packs up his tent.
Oh my god.
Finally a good sleep. Finally. I needed that. God, it's still misty.
Yes. Fog still here.
Did you guys sleep okay?
Zdardis, you said that counted as a long rest, yes?
Yeah, good call. So in D&D Beyond, you guys can click on long rest at the top. It'll say take long rest, and you have to click it again to confirm, and it'll reset all your long rest stuff, including your HP and your spell slots and all that good nonsense.
Wasted a potion. No.
Well, you don't know that you wasted a potion. There could have been something else that happened.
Bandits.
No.
I'm assuming I reloaded my gun as well. By the way, I set it to 6.
Yeah, I assume that if a combat round
Yeah.
combat ends, Ran would reload if he hasn't already reloaded.
Yeah. So packing up, still dealing with the fog. Did you guys get any sleep?
I slept for a while.
Yeah, I think I was able to sleep pretty well, except for when I woke up, but that wasn't for very long.
What happened?
I don't know. I guess Jatoria said I was walking away, and I don't know. She woke me up. I guess she caught me. I was falling.
Sleepwalker, eh?
Yeah, but it wasn't
Normally.
normal.
Well, of course, sleepwalking's not normal.
She had eyes of black.
Black
The
eyes?
same thing happened to Jatoria too. While I was on watch, Jatoria sat straight up and looked at me with just fully blacked out eyes. It was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's scary.
Uh-huh.
What do you think it means? Are you possessed? Is there a demon inside you? He grabs Jane and shakes her.
No, I'm fine. I'm not possessed. At least I don't think I am.
From what you can tell, she's not possessed.
Ran after looking closely in both of her eyes, like trying to grab her face and look inspect it, backs off and says, all right.
Does he flip up his eye patch for that? You know, to use both of his eyes?
He used his one good eye, but afterwards he does switch, deciding the other good is the better eye now.
Right.
I guess we keep walking. What do you guys want to do? What should we do?
Which way?
Well, we
Forward.
had started moving back towards the town.
Yeah, I think we should just do that.
We'll keep going.
All right.
Okay. So we pack up and walk.
Begin walking. The mist starts to thin. You begin to make out the shapes of buildings ahead of you.
Ah, it's the town ahead.
Buildings look familiar.
They don't. Not to you. As you begin to pass the edge of the fog, and it thins out to where you can see further. Bran and Braun, you see ruins.
Ran looking at Braun nervously.
Ron looks down at Ran.
You're seeing what I'm seeing.
Aye, he says. Ruins.
Again.
Odd.
Ooh, it's got a name and everything.
City of dusty dirt roads, crumbling buildings, and dead trees. The layout of which is the same as the city you left.
Ran looking at Braun again. We've been here before. It happened. Does it happen again? You're here this time.
I can see you, little man. We're here.
Putting his hand on Braun to make sure that he's there.
Ron checks his axe on his back, just making sure it's loose and ready to be pulled out if needed.
Yeah, it's there.
Ran expresses to the other two that this is where we were when we went down the alley. This is what happened. This is what it looked like.
You're not standing in the same place you were in the vision that you had,
Yeah, but it's like similar, right?
but it's very similar.
Yeah. But this looks more like the town.
I'm going to dramatically stop in my tracks and gesture towards the ground and say, "Didn't you say ankle grabbers?"
Jatoria makes a really good point.
No, I will not have children with you.
What?
Ankle
Ran,
grabbers,
I
isn't it like a
I don't-
bad joke?
I don't think that was what Jatoria was implying. Didn't you say that something reached up and grabbed your ankles the last time you saw this place?
When we came back to the alley.
Yeah,
Right.
here, and then ankle grabbed and pulled back.
So what do we do?
I think we cautiously keep walking forward and look around. Rand curiously goes up ahead a little bit and peering ahead of the group, just slowly walking.
Okay. Start heading towards the center of this ruined city. An extremely large dead tree kind of in the middle there, at the end of this main road, or what would have been the main road.
Do we see the tavern?
If you want to go around and look for it.
I kind of do.
That's what you want to do, then do it. That's what D&D is about. If you want to try to go find
I'm gonna look back at the party. Think the tavern's still here?
Maybe, but I doubt there'll be like a barkeep or anything. I
But-
would say that now's a strange time for a drink, but after what we've been through, I you know.
I don't need a barkeep to drink the ale.
We can certainly look and see.
I'm gonna look for the bar.
So as a party, we all start, like scouting around the town.
Are you all staying together? Are you splitting up?
I would like to stay with someone.
I as well.
I kind of just started walking, so whoever wants to follow.
Classic Ran.
Yeah.
Just
It's on brand at this point. Okay, Randon, right as you get about there, because your passive perception is so high, ground ahead of you doesn't seem quite right.
Rand investigates the ground, getting down on his knee and looking. What?
Roll investigation.
Knew it. Boom. 20. Not natural.
Dirty 20. Okay.
I didn't think it was dirty, but
That's usually what we call it.
how dare you insult my roll?
So, oh my god. The earth in front of you is loosened, almost like it's been dug up and soft.
Rand's gonna back up into the main road real quick.
And I'm assuming the rest of you are just kind of following closely behind him.
Yeah, for the most part.
slowly walking up.
Yeah. You don't have to like move all of your minis. We can just use Rand's as left.
Rand starts walking back,
general area.
walking back a little bit with his hands extended and bumps into everyone. There's something wrong with the ground. It's like a fresh grave everywhere.
Braun humps confused and stamps the ground beneath his feet.
Solid where you are.
Well, I wouldn't go off the main road if I were you. Really wanted that ale, though.
There's other ways to get around if you don't want to go that way.
We'll keep walking forward, I suppose, or Rand will start walking forward. Maybe I'll try this side, over by the tree.
Okay. Everything seems okay. And you spot what appears to be a tavern right about
Rand checks the ground real quick with his foot, kind of kicking the dirt a little bit.
It's solid.
Okay. I think this is the tavern, guys. And walks
Look around and
towards the tavern.
see if I realize or recognize it as the tavern that we were in previously.
It's not the one you were in, but it appears to be a tavern, yes.
But it's
Well,
different.
it's certainly a tavern. You're right about that.
Well, a tavern's
This
a
isn't the one
tavern.
we were in. Well, sure, I guess, but
Rand goes to the door, pushes on it.
It opens. the loud creak.
Cautiously moving inside the tavern, Rand looks around. What does he see?
It's similar to the one you were in. It lacks the upstairs inn. Some of the chairs are broken. Everything's covered in a pretty thick layer of dust and ash. Behind the bar, there are some bottles there, and a few barrels. And the floorboards, for the most part, are solid. Some of them have begun rotting, and you can see the earth beneath them.
Can Rand swipe his finger across the bar and the dust and try to guess how long it's been, like, laying dormant?
Yeah. I guess investigation is the most fitting for that.
19. Rattlebuck!
Can't hit shit in combat. Rolls real good otherwise.
There were kids made of mist, okay? A little scared.
Sounds like an
It
excuse,
is-
but okay.
From what you can tell, it's probably been over 20 years.
Holding up the dust, looking at the crew, and exclaiming that I think it's been a real long time. This has been decrepit. Then I move towards the ale cask and give it a shake to see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, there's some ale in there.
I clean out a mug and try to pour myself a drink.
Mm-hmm. You pour it out, and the stench that comes out of that cask is not good. That has been sitting and rotting away.
I drop the cup. Ah!
Vron looks in and yells, "Wrong ale?"
A little too aged for me.
Instead of going into the tavern, I think I'm gonna go look in this building. Just peek inside.
Okay.
I will follow that.
Sure. It appears to be a small home. You can kind of peer through the windows. Some of them have been broken out. The weird thing is some of the floorboards almost appear to have been ripped out. They don't quite look like they've naturally been misplaced or rotted away.
Ooh.
Can I try and figure out what it was that moved them?
Are you gonna go in?
Yes.
Not from outside. Okay. You kind of... The front door's not quite all there.
What's it
the
made of?
wood panels are oh my god.
Is it a push or a pull?
I'm gonna have to like...
Jane puts her
Not
hands across the wood.
I'm gonna have to pull up like a whole list of different types of woods just for you.
Cedar.
Ash, cypress,
Make a
cedar,
nature
oak.
check. Make
Elm.
a nature check.
Okay.
Nah, make a nature check.
Is that 15?
It's pine.
Cool.
It lasted
Yeah.
this long. All right.
Pressure treated.
Can I tell if it's? Can I tell if the house is like safe to enter? It doesn't look like it's gonna fall down around me, right?
No. It's mostly structurally sound.
Mostly, thank you. That's great. Yeah.
It is some ruins. I mean,
Yeah, I'll try and go in to see if I can figure out what it was that ripped up the floorboards.
make an investigation check.
That's a 21.
It looks like something came from beneath the ground and pushed its way through. The earth in these spots that the boards are missing is loosened, much like you heard Rand describe earlier.
I'm going to turn and look over to Jatoria and say, hey, something came through the ground here from below.
Okay. Can I go in there with her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have the Discord chat open, but just check that real quick. Yeah. So it's right about this moment that you can hear the wind beginning to pick up and whistle outside. Both of the ones in the tavern and the two in the house can hear it. And a fog begins to roll in. You can see it through the parts of the roof that are missing and through the broken windows. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Dun dun dun! Let's all go to the lobby and grab ourselves a snack. I.e., people have to pee, boys and girls. Thank you for sticking with us for Bloods and Dragons. We'll be right back to find out what the heck's going on.
As everyone heads off to use the little floods room, if you're watching this, take this time right now, loosen the tension that you're holding in your shoulders and your jaw and your stomach. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Adjust your posture. You've been holding a lot of tension. I'm sure you have. I have. Just loosen up a little bit. You're fine.
Guided meditation with Jane Appleblossom. I hope you enjoyed our first foray into Floods and Dragons. It should become a weekly thing, and I'm really excited about it. This is our first adventure with a bigger campaign brewing in the future. Special thanks to everyone involved, including Zdardis, Undead Cupcake, OriginalDiceMom, and of course our very patient with a bunch of new players, DM Zdardis. Leave them some love in the comments below, and hopefully we'll see you next week.